Hello, my friends, my Arcana friends. How are you? Okay, finally, I am to the first quarter moon, this Gemini Virgo quarter moon. It's occurring at about 19 degrees Gemini and 19 degrees Virgo. It's the first quarter moon because it's been a week since the new moon where we made all of our wishes and our intentions about communications and our media and being able to communicate and dialogue with one another. So this first quarter moon, and that new moon happened luckily for us, we the people, while Mr. President was out of the country, because that meant we got to leverage that energy, which is just a wonderful thing. So he's forced to play catch up with this whole month with the new moon energy that we established at home. And it's just inviting more misery for Donald. So this new moon is at 2 o'clock a.m. Eastern Standard Time. This is the chart as the horoscope for Washington, D.C. And as you can see, so if this is the eastern horizon, this is a high point of the sun, the highest point of the sun. Obviously at 2 a.m., it's the opposite. So we find the sun here in the third house, which is traditionally ruled by Gemini in its own domain. And, we're not going to have this sunrise until, 6 a.m. there. But the thing is, tomorrow, it's just going to be a bad day for Donald. And I think the sun will come up, it'll hit the midheaven, around maybe 1 o'clock or so. And then, the Virgo moon by then will be rising as well. And I think there's a hearing that starts at 2 p.m. Eastern time for the counterintelligence investigations with Russia. This is just, this is just not how you want to start off a first quarter moon if you're a traitorous, greedy person in charge of the United States who is getting caught all over the place. So anyway, this chart, both the sun and the moon, their natural rulers are Mercury. So we will be looking at Mercury that much more this next week. And if you want to compare the sun and Mercury to tarot cards for this week, think of the 10 of Swords and the 10 of Pentacles. The terror, the nightmares versus the comfort of your dynasty, your family fortune. So that's what's setting the tone for this first quarter moon for Donald. So as you know, and so then the ruler of Mercury in both Virgo and the sun is here in the fourth house, which is ruled by the moon. So every time this moon starts here, and as it goes through the signs this following week, every time it moves and it aspects a planet, it is going to be that much more amplified by the media, by communications, and he's going to be trying to get a hold of it. And you can tell that Mars next to it, it's going to be really aggressive communication. And the thing is that now both Mercury and Mars are not squaring off, but they're opposing. They are going to be fighting so much what is dominating the skies over DC. And that would be Capricorn, which is ruled by Saturn. It's in its dominion. Saturn, Capricorn, if you want to think of the tarot card, that's the devil. And on top of it, there's Pluto, which is destruction. Think of the Judgment card. So think about all this hostile energy. Donald is going to be ramped up on Mercury, and I'm sure he's going to be doing whatever those freak drugs he's doing. It's going to be that much more heightened, and he is not going to be able to escape it because this stuff is just bearing down, and he's just going to be engulfed in it, and there's like nothing he can say or do to escape it, because also this house again is intercepted. That happened at the new moon chart where there was so much activity where the houses were intercepted. And when you have intercepted houses, see how this Capricorn is the beginning and ending the 10th house begins and ends within Capricorn, and here the 4th house begins and ends in Cancer. It means this house is intercepted, so there's no wiggle room. And those affairs really are kind of pinned down. It's really hard to release these energies. And so as this moon goes into Libra, we the people really like it over here with Libra. Donald has a hard time accessing this energy, and it's very oppositional. Oh man, that is just going to square this stuff off even more. So that's like Tuesday, Wednesday this week into Thursday. And I bet, the Six Wands mob, Putin, MBS, they're going to be trying to throw him another lifeline. I bet we're going to have some more news on like having a war, or maybe the migrants, or Russia, or maybe Kim Jong-un will fire off some more missiles. That's what we're dealing with this week. So let's get started. So the ascendant, at this new moon, we have Aries on the ascendant. So Aries is a warrior. Think about the Emperor. Think about the Tower, because the Tower represents Mars and aggression. Mars rules Aries. It's down here in this 4th house. So Donald is going to be so aggressive this week with his language, his emotions, his fighting with authority, fighting with everyone. He's going to have a really crappy week. And in this 1st house, there's going to be some unexpected, sudden news. Might be kind of catastrophic. We might even have some, natural disasters. This makes me, it's aspecting the midheaven, so DC looks like they're going to be okay. But when this moon gets into Scorpios, I would expect some things to shake or be shook. Okay. So, Donald, how is this week going to go for you? Let's lay out your cards, Donald, okay? What's the most important thing? So, in the 1st house, we are going to have Knight of Swords. Did I say aggression with language and speaking? And this often comes up when the propaganda and the micro-targeting and all that stuff really accelerates. You're going to see a lot of that from Donald. He's going to be a mess. So goes here. If that is ruled by Mars, let's see what's going on in this 4th house for Donald. That is going to be more disinformation, clouds, gaslighting, blah, 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 blah. I'm going to say this, not mean this. I'm going to bring you guys right up to the edge and say, oh, no, sorry, no tariffs. We the people over here, we have strength, you guys. So just ignore them. We got the strength. And in the 10th house, oh boy, Donald, what do we have here? Your money. This is how you see yourself as the king and the king of the money. I'm so glad not to see Putin here because it's you. Boy, you can have a bad week. So let's look here. The sun is here in the 3rd house. Oh, it's birthday week for Donald. We'll have to look at his solar return because I don't think it's going to be a good one. Oh, this is a match. Remember I said that this was akin to the 10 wands. You guys, he's done. He is so done. He's so burnt out. That's how he's starting his week. In the 6th house, what do we have? Where the moon is. Oh my God, you guys. 10 swords. Yeah, this is the dance the sun and moon are going to be doing all week. Okay, let's go. We'll just continue on our way. Let's look at the 2nd house. We have Venus. Venus is in Gemini now, but it's in the 2nd house. So a lot of what's going to be feeding this 10 wands is going to be news about his money. Oh boy. What card goes here? Is he going to be given an offer? Is that an offer, Donald? Take it. Take it. Leave. The 5th house is ruled by the moon, but it's the traditional house of Leo. The Fool. Okay, you're off to a new start. You know, I hope you are off to a new start if you've left. The 8th house, the house traditionally ruled by Scorpio, taxes, debt, life, death, transformation, money, other people's money. Are we going to get new news about money and Donald? Because the ruler of Scorpio is Pluto, judgment. In the 9th house, there's Jupiter. That's where Donald's natal moon is. We have the White House. Oh, he's trying to hang on to the White House. He is trying to hang on to the White House. But it's opposite the sun. And, sorry. Let's see, what do we have in the 11th house, which is traditionally ruled by Aquarius, which is ruled by Uranus, the Magician. So his hopes, dreams, wishes. So he's going to be spinning more magic. And in the 12th house of hidden enemies, remember all those hidden enemies at the new moon? We have the Hermit. This is introspection. Donald is dealing with spying on his enemies or being spied upon. So that's Donald for you. And on the ascendant, he has, how about that? Ace of Wands. A new plan again. Again. So this is akin to Mars. Guess what? How do you think his plan's going to go this week? Not too well. Okay. I'm going to post this, and then I will post the USA chart to go in tandem with it. Looks like a good week, you guys.